time to get better. Let's not settle.
Chillin
Okay.
takes time.
It does. They don't even seem to make me tired of it. Or I can feel myself when I'm at home.
we're live.
That's what you gotta do when you...
We live?
We're live. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a delay.
Let's get this shit posted up on Twitter and Facebook so people know behind us.
Alright, we're in the process. We know that
We got these shots.
these shots know Rob's got
Hey,
actually...
this is Alpaca After Hours.
Yes, it is. Hey, obviously, you can't start off after hours.
We gotta do one.
You guys are horrible alcoholics.
We have to do it.
Yeah, we gotta invite other people to join us.
If so, maybe we should start having it at more.
Oh, the phones make the fucking feedback.
Phones? There's no videos playing in the background, right?
How many kids like everybody else sleep there after starting like that? We should go start get drunk and be like, yo, more and more videos like that.
How's it sound?
Sounds pretty good. That he's dead. Yeah, right. You gotta. He's saying he's good, but I don't know if you're gonna watch the rest of this. You're not good, bro. Oh, you're different. I couldn't have. That was a delayed one too. This is going out and then he's like, oh shit, that left actually did.
Wait, I can't stand back to the feet.
Yo, I wish that we were having this kind of fights at NAC.
They used to be like a premier boxing place.
What happened to it? Like, I wish that we grew up at a time where that was an opportunity. Because like, when I got into boxing, it was obviously late, but it was only Vegas. Sport out there now.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like New York and like New Jersey, like they're putting out the boxing scene. Because like MSG used to have a lot of them back in the day. UFC used to have a lot of them back in the day. Like
maybe the world got bigger, so all of a sudden like, there were better opportunities where it's like, hey, it doesn't have to be in the US, we do US for Vegas, but we don't have to go to AC if we want to fight.
they might have also need bigger arenas and stuff like that. You never know.
Sure, like. But it was, I don't know if like you had the same experience. When I got to AC, the first time I went to AC, it was awesome because it was the first time. But at the same time, it almost you got built up so much. You get hyped up so much like go to
it really doesn't feel like hype.
And I wasn't sure if that was just because if it was the hype scene or if it was because I just it was just me.
No, I felt something like that. It's like it seems everybody's like, oh yeah, AC is awesome, AC is awesome. Like it's like the GS for
like it's also about casinos and stuff like that. But have you ever been to Vegas?
No.
Once I got to Vegas, I got Vegas after AC, but once I got to Vegas, I looked back on it at AC and we're like, oh my god, that was like. Bro, not even
It did sound like it had a little echo.
Yeah,
the chat's over here.
Aldi version of
So if people chat with us, it'll just populate there.
So
we've got the glasses off.
And we got
I guess
shots to do.
the sunglasses
Yeah,
off.
because Rob's actually got to, he's got shit to do, so we gotta
Oh, this fucking guy. If I don't wake up with a hangover tomorrow, thank you, Anthony Marino, for the hangover I woke up with this morning. If I don't wake up with a hangover tomorrow, I'm going to go back to the casino to grab more.
You got something to play, I thought.
no, which Vegas edited videos tonight.
That's actually awesome.
That is good.
That's actually good.
That's just the
Throw Steve Smith on, but those are based on what the goal.
Give me a call more. I'm going out for lunch with my mom around, so.
So you're trying to get back? You trying to get back to the casino before that?
So is there a reason why you picked that, or just a random place to pick?
My mom picked it.
Oh yeah?
And I just
What place?
Bovine Burger in Jamesburg. Going there.
I heard great things about it actually.
So my mom did too, which that's why she wanted to go there. And she's like, I just don't know what it's called. And I figured,
I heard really good things about there. You know, this past week we went out to visit Mr. Kim in Fredericksburg. Past this place called Char. And
I like
a
Char.
lot of people tell me really
That's
good.
good.
I ran into her at Chipotle one day. That was so funny.
So there's a character. I didn't realize this when we were driving. There's two different locations. One is their actual steakhouse.
Yeah.
And then one is like a smaller place just for like burgers, shakes, and fries.
Kind of like a Bobby Flay's thing.
Yeah,
He's got his big thing based on his Bobby Burgers place.
Burger.
Okay. Because I know I've been to the steakhouse one. It's really good. I didn't know that they had just like a burger joint.
Yeah, because we saw two of them and really confused by it. Like that one actually just says it's burgers, shakes, fries. Okay. Makes sense.
So we've got the Tyson career highlights on. You guys been paying attention to the dates in between? Because that's what we do.
How quickly and sequential they are. He fought, what was it, like every... On average,
so it's on average every 3 weeks. So there's even more. This next one, June 13th. Dude, he became the youngest heavyweight champion of all time in 1987. Or 1986. He was 20. Right? So this was, what, June 19th, 1986? Yeah, this guy's...
No Cooper.
He ain't getting up.
Don't let him get up.
Oh, look,
they let him get up. Why would you do that? As a ref, that's...
And right here,
They got to hit the rope. You see how he hit the rope on that final uppercut? If he hit the head,
they call that a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
in the NFL, they call that
June 26th. The last one was June 19th.
This is literally a week later.
This guy's...
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you.
I would say we couldn't do this without you, let's be honest. We're egotistical, we would have done it either way.
Hey.
Okay, I'm egotistical, I would have done it either way. I'm pretty sure I'm first ever down Rachel.
Is Mike Tyson the most fucking terrifying man on the planet?
I don't know if he's
Frank Gore.
But
I do not want to meet that man in a dark alley.
Mike Tyson's nickname.
Marshall Lynch.
I do not want to meet that man. The baddest man on the planet.
Yeah, his nickname was yes. That is legit. That was a nickname.
Oh, so I was listening to the podcast this morning.
He fought a shark.
Frank Gore.
I was listening to Tyson's podcast this morning. I forget who he was talking to. It was either the 420 special with Cheech Chong, or it was the one I listened to before that with Mario. It was the one with Mario Lopez. Mario Lopez was like, Mike, why did you fight without wearing socks? And Tyson's like, you know, watch all the fights like Jack Dempsey and Sugar Ray Robinson. None of them fought with socks. I didn't know these. He didn't say dudes. He said that other one. I'm not gonna say. He's like, these dudes were just poor. They couldn't afford socks. And Tyson was like, well, I have to fight like the great fighters, so I'm not wearing socks. But like, he didn't know that they fought without socks because they just couldn't afford them.
I thought that was why he did, because he thought they couldn't afford him and he couldn't either. He had pigeons because that's all you can afford in New York City.
Yeah, but Mike Tyson would like give away a $500,000 car.
Look how big he was then.
So the other thing, you see how short his shorts are? He kept rocking those shorts like way past John Stockton because he was very proud of his legs. His legs were very toned. And if you watch boxers nowadays, they got like...
That's why I thought I could possibly be a boxer because I had the physique until I realized I had no muscle or skill.
One of the best up-and-coming boxers right now.
And I don't like getting punched in the face, so really like my career trajectory in a different way.
One of the best up-and-coming boxers right now is a flyweight from...
What's his name?
It's very similar to Pacquiao, and he's from... oh my god, why am I blanking? Where's Pacquiao from?
Philippines. Okay, that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about this kid from like Jersey, he's got the gap, the straight hand teeth. And
He did get it fixed.
That's unfortunate.
But there's this guy, Shakur something. I forget his name or something. Shakur.
Young Jamie. Check that out.
I refuse to call you Young Squirrel, but I will joke about it being I'm being honest.
That's like that was all Steve.
I thought it was autocorrect. I can't honestly, but I'm realizing by his laugh it was 100% intentional.
Or like you're doing talk to type or whatever, talk to text. And it's like, oh, this guy, look at Tyson, he just keeps punching this guy.
He's eating it too.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's unconscious and it's like, just get the message yet.
You know?
Marino said it very well yesterday.
Shakur Stevenson.
You can't grab Tyson.
Shakur
If
Stevenson.
you reach out to grab Tyson, he's just going to hit your body a bunch of times. You're not going to be able to breathe. And then he's going to hit your head and you're going to fall.
Fighting up a level, but he's not there.
Because she's watching, like, Tyson, he hits these people. This guy's out of the fucking
It's like, you know when you're the smartest kid in like the grade, but you're not ready for jump grades?
Biggest fish in the pond.
Yeah.
But you're not ready to
That's what Shakur Stevenson is. Like this kid, like I'm putting it in. Like I've been watching him for a couple years now because I saw him and they blew him up, and I'm like, I can't believe they don't know about him. You sure? I'm only saying this because you actually have a wife and whatnot. You have a life. We're a bunch of degenerates that look forward to Wednesdays when we get to drink in your basement and talk about sports, which is literally the only thing I think I know more than the average person. And apparently Excel. I think I might actually know that.
You know more about Excel than fucking Bill Gates does.
Bill Gates doesn't need to know anything. He's rich. If I were rich, I don't even know shit.
Well, he's half as rich as you.
She took half! She took half! You got Jimmy Carter and Bill Gates next to each other in that Time magazine.
He's still rich.
Yeah, shit.
You know what's
Yeah, but now we're not gonna get that $100 check. I thought he'd give everyone in the world.
what's her name? The Bezos lady? Miranda Bezos?
Jeff Bezos' wife.
Jeff Bezos' ex-wife? She became the fifth richest person in the world when they got divorced.
Well, when they got divorced and...
But she also was with him before Amazon was Amazon, and like they grew that business together.
Oh, okay.
What do you think hurts more? Getting punched in the face by Mike Tyson or getting hit by a geo-tracker?
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I'm leaning Mike Tyson.
The tracker ain't gonna hit me in the face.
Geo-tracker's gonna take out your knees and blow out your knees.
Yeah,
My knees are gonna blow out twice on this one, once on this one.
No, but I'd rather walk.
You can walk out. I'm good for that.
I'm taking a geo-tracker.
Yeah, but you can also
You can like jump and take it all like on my windshield. Not that
what speed is a geo-tracker traveling?
I would say a geo-tracker's maximum speed. 35 miles an hour.
Just so it's clear, I'm like imagining. You guys ever seen Jump Street, the first one?
Like the old school one?
No, I'm sorry. The first one with Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, where they have the car in the parking lot and they're practicing it, and Channing Tatum does a great job of rolling over, and he mentions this, like, you just gotta roll with it. I'm imagining him being like Jonah Hill, where you try to roll on it, you really only get half the windshield and then get thrown off the car.
I mean, if you'll remember, I ran over Ben's car like out of our minds the first time we tried that. Do you remember that when we just kept driving at me, so I jumped onto the hood of his car and ran over his car?
Vaguely. I remember Shift Master in your car. Losing my
You
mind.
played Shift Best a few times. Definitely not the smartest thing we've ever done. Definitely do not encourage it. Not on the Lexus.
Who's gonna belt his leather? Can't be one of those claws. I don't trust that shit.
Do that shit with the work truck.
How's my driving?
There was a person on the hood of that car, Steve. Is there? Why are we getting calls at 3 o'clock in the morning?
I'm not sure.
Donovan Ruddock. Ruddock?
This is the one. I said this last time when I was watching. I'll say this shit again now. You can see this guy's soul leave his body when Mike Tyson punches him. He punched. Yo. What are we doing this on? Oh, it's on there? Can we take it back just like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds?
This is the football player. Right? Was it a giant?
Here you go, Donovan Ruddock. Just watch. You're gonna so Tyson, it's a left hook to the body, right hook to the start.
Just the energy right off the start.
Ready? Watch this guy soul leave his body right now. Can you see it?
Yeah.
You see the Holy Spirit, like the aura.
Right hook to the
What
body.
happened?
What
happened?
The guy's like, what do you mean I can't fight?
This guy, I'm pretty sure, was a football
I think
player.
you're right.
Keep Neely?
Pretty sure. I think he left it, or maybe it was in the middle of his career.
Oh, he's gonna get knocked out. Look at him. He already looks like he's happy, and Mike Tyson looks like he's gonna try. Mike Tyson's
like, I have 4 chicks waiting for me in the room, and you're stopping me from fucking them.
So I'm going to remove you from my path.
He really
less than halfway through the first round.
He really should change the name on the back of his pants that say Hurricane to Tempest Storm.
Slight drizzle, still sunny on the other side of the street.
No, you look like football
Misty
player.
Evening.
But Big Billy is
It's Iron Mike Tyson versus Misty Evening Johnson.
That sounds like the prostitute he's got waiting for him.
Yeah. Misty Evening, she's the...
He's like, yes, you will have it.
Like, Stormy Daniels is the hurricane version, but like this guy was just a Misty Evening.
Yeah,
that's
like
the most emotional.
Stormy Daniels, really?
What?
You're that's from, right?
I know exactly what that's why I said it.
Okay, I just got Jericho in that whole series.
Wait, Stormy Daniels was the prostitute for Trump.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Stormy Daniels is Tornado.
What was Trump's
Stormy something, I thought, right?
Yeah.
The one that he paid off that he didn't pay off.
The one that was like, I had an affair with Trump, and everybody else was like, okay, we don't even give a shit, because this is definitely not the worst thing he's ever done.
Yeah, you're actually hot.
Yeah.
He's fucked a lot of worse people.
Like lady, don't you remember 2 months ago when the Russians were like, he likes getting peed on? Like, we don't...
Yeah, you're right.
Stormy Daniels was the...
What was the Sharknado one?
That's
I mean, it could have been the same name. It's Sharknado. I wouldn't put it past them to mock whoever the sitting president is about anything.
Well, because whoever the sitting president is always has something to mock them of.
Yeah. Like
Joe
Biden's a crazy old man who may or may not be slipping into dementia. Like Trump before him, like, take your pick.
Obama before that. There's plenty of
He was a
people.
little young for the job, but like he also leaned into any jokes you made about him. Before that, George Bush, the guy fucking almost died eating pretzels and his dogs were looking for the salt.
I'll give Bush this though. I think that he handled the whole 9/11 situation very well.
He handled that as well as it could have been handled.
Exactly. So like, it's one of those like it's one of those things where it's like, look, everybody's got.
And also, he was not your dude, right? I just want to make that clear. You were no George Bush fan.
Well, I was not a George Bush fan because he was against the No Child Left Behind thing, and my mom being a special education professional and directly impacted her. So like. And he also wasn't as pro-Israel as the Democratic Party tends to be, so that was one of the deterrents.
Trump was very good for Israel.
Trump, well, except for that they also put the emphasis, which was
into Jerusalem.
Yeah,
as a show of support for Israel.
But that's not because Jerusalem is not one of the more Jewish populated cities. But it's incredibly religious for multiple, for all sectors. Like moving into Jerusalem, it is, yeah. But so moving into Jerusalem moves into a more neutral site than it was at. That's one of the issues. I won't narrow it down. Jerusalem is viewed as an international city, like the international airport, like the big airport that you see here.
You guys ever watch this?
Yes. I wasn't trying to draw the airport. I was trying to say Jerusalem is not as over there as people think because it's got the religious ties to all religions, Christianity, Muslim.
So what I thought
moving in there was a bit of an ignorant.
I thought moving the embassy to Jerusalem showed support for Israel over Palestine.
The problem is that there's the. It's been on the table before all these recent attacks, and we won't get into all that stuff right now. But Jerusalem was always kind of viewed as like the whole two-state solution. The theory was of coexistence in Jerusalem. So moving the embassy for Israel into what theoretically could have been a two-state capital is not pro-Israel.
Correct.
Israel's only like the size of Jersey, right?
Smaller. Smaller.
Yeah.
Lived there, traveled. I was able to hike.
How long did you live there for?
A year before that, only a couple months here or there, like just from visiting kind of thing. But I lived there for, like, when I actually lived there, it was a year.
Did you like it?
Best year of my life.
Why?
Oh, let's
It was just him and 12 chicks living in
that was a big plus. There's also very big minds. I went to the gym 3 times in a day just to get out of that fucking apartment because those bitches' cycles lined up and it was just not great. You guys know what I'm talking about. But realistically, it was also when I was 21, 22, so like, you know, you had that time in your life where you I had the most personal growth that 1 year of any year of my life. And it's the thing, it's because you get out of your element, you're forced to adapt to things you're not very comfortable with. And it also really helped me realize what, like, I thought I wanted to be a... I was thought, I want to be a therapist, I want to do this stuff. I started working with people who actually have real problems, and I realized that I wasn't cut up to be able to handle that for a 40, 50-year career. So it's refugees, mentally and physically handicapped. But the point being is that being a psychology guy, I thought that's sort of what I wanted to work with, and I realized I just didn't have the ability to do that. I took that shit home, and then I was depressed at home because I'm sitting here thinking about people at work. And so it was a very big growing point for me, not just personally, but career-wise, because I realized, hey, I know this is where your heart's at. I just can't.
So what made you want to go into IO?
Industrial organization.
You get into America, you get back to America, and was like, okay, I got a psychology degree, what's the easiest way to remain employed and kind of stay in that thing? And it was corporate America. So I found a way, I was kind of like bridge between psychology and corporate America. And then I got into data analytics, and I love it. So it's basically doing homework all the time, which, you know, I was a nerd in school.
I fucking copied this cat's homework on the school bus on my way into school. And then I was asleep on my head.
After Phoenix and in math class, I still got the same grades as me.
Algebra was fucking...
Until the final.
Have you watched 18 on Netflix?
Yes.
That's a good flick.
I just started the second season and I fucking love it.
I'm a little awkward on just because it's one of those, I'm in that phase where I'm like, I have a hard time relating to that age because I judge that age more than I can relate to it at this point. Maybe it's because I'm an old man at heart, but that's just what I think.
It's a kid with autism and just his family and like how he reacts to like normal everyday world and like how his family reacts to him. Like, he's got a witty, sarcastic older sister that more or less just tortures him all the time, even though he is autistic. But he like takes it stride. So we're back in like,
you know my buddy Svi?
Yeah.
Svi's younger brother Yoni, who's still older than I am, has severe Asperger's. But the guy's I think he has his doctorate in physics now.
Well, because Asperger's
he's a published physicist.
My cousin has Asperger's too. Not that. He's not that. I don't know. He's just very intelligent.
But like as a kid, that's just my weird friend.
Yeah,
that's just how he is. And like Svi and I we pick on him and shit. Like, you know, as an adult you feel shitty about it looking back.
Right.
But like.
The PC culture we live in also makes you feel more guilty.
But it's also
she's not just.
We actually, I had to rewind it. There's so much going on. Your time, you can easily miss out.
Look, it happened.
So the lions are dragging this fucking wildebeest and the gators got it. Or the crocs got it too.
It's not over.
The Crocs are gonna win.
No,
it's one croc against 4 lions.
Wrong.
Yeah, but one of them is able to live underwater for the most part.
How many lions are on the bison?
Looks like
6 or so.
I wanted to get into that. Those are wildebeest?
Yes. Coming back for the baby.
They're like, yo.
Is the baby alive at this point?
No, that shit is currently being digested by Simba and the boys.
But they're yo, they
kill the lions. Come on.
Yeah, the rest charge.
Kill them.
Nope. Charge.
Yeah, so what's interesting, I got back into Rogan since I got the Spotify account, and he talks about him and this dude Cologne something. He's like the lawyer, Second Amendment right activist. They talk about when they go buffalo hunting. And then the dude said like when he shot a buffalo, the other buffalo started goring because they were like, get this fucking guy out of here and then run away. So like if you shoot a buffalo in a herd, the other buffalo are gonna fuck that buffalo up more so they get got. Yeah.
It's like that joke where it's like, hey, I don't gotta be the slowest, I don't have to be the fastest person, I just have to be the fastest.
Yeah, that's like the number one way to survive a bear attack. Make sure you're not the slowest member of the group.
Which is why I point around. I'm joking, I'm joking. But I am seriously, with that being said, I can easily outrun more. I know that. That's not why I keep him around, but it is a fact.
Chances are you probably climb faster too.
No, there's no chances. I'm 6 o'clock faster now. All of us.
Probably
I have less weight to carry.
I would agree with that.
I'm around 140.
I'm
almost double
I have more
your
muscle
weight.
than you.
That's fair.
Almost double your weight.
Buck 85, lean.
lean.
Not so lean. Not as lean as that shit.
I lost all that weight.
Yo, the 75 hard you drop that right away, and the second you stop doing 2 45-minute workouts a day, it's like having 3 friends.
Yo, so serious question though. But that's the problem with diets in general. Is that
It's not a diet though. It's
supposed to be a lifestyle change, but it can't be a lifestyle change if they tell you have to stick to this and you fail if you don't for one day. That's not a lifestyle change. Lifestyle change is
a challenge. It's not a lifestyle change. It's a 75
That's the problem. If it's only a 75-day challenge, then what happens after 75 days? If you're going to
That's not the only part of it.
It's
It's a year cycle. There's more to it. It's not, this first 75 days is only the first.
So he's basically writing how you have to live the rest of your life.
It's pretty much saying if you get through these 75 days and you're not a disciplined person,
You don't do it.
you're going to be disciplined after you get through this first stage. It changes who you are in order for you to apply this type of lifestyle going forward. You're not going to apply having a good lifestyle going forward unless you stay disciplined for an X amount of time.
And it removes every last ounce of bitch that you might have in your body.
It failed obviously both of you.
We complete the program.
Obviously.
Yeah. I didn't make it nearly as long as you. I think I made it 23 days, something like that, 25 days.
I got a little over half.
But to be perfectly honest, and like
I'm gonna before you even speak, I'm gonna say that when I was doing it and I was like focused and getting everything done, I did feel totally different than what I do right now.
Yeah.
I can tell you that right now.
I
I was very committed to everything. Like I was getting all kinds of shit done. Right now, I am not.
The thing
You also have a wife and you're 10 weeks away from having a kid.
My tolerance for other people's shit.
That's a very good story.
Like I couldn't deal with anybody's shit.
While you're on the diet?
Yeah.
So you were on edge.
No, I wasn't on edge. I just had no patience for it. Like I would just remove myself from the situation, just not deal with it.
But you can't.
If someone was like, "Oh, I can't do this. Oh, there's no time to do this," I'd be like, "Okay, I guess." But like, you know, it's one thing. You're putting in a lot of hours of work. It's another thing if no offense, Rob, like dipping out on episodes. Like, something came up. So once we can, like, allocate that. I haven't got my dick in a while. I'm probably a little bitter about that too.
Just spit on your hand then.
Oh my god. Up top, that was funny. That was funny. Wow.
Drink to that.
Yeah, yo, I'll drink to that. That was funny, man. That was fucking funny.
I will start working on the Mexican stand-up something else tonight. And hopefully I will text you by tomorrow.
That works. And also, I sent in the text, I sent you a couple other ideas that we have.
Because I'm gonna wake up, it's gonna be like, yo, is that video be ready by noon? I don't want to be like, well, I was doing something else in my morning, but yeah, that video will be ready by noon.
But
Homosexual!
I want that shirt.
That's funny. There's probably a link in the description, right?
Yeah, I sent that list of a couple things I want to talk about and whatnot. Look at that. Just you don't have to. Remember how I said like the multiple things? I was like, hey, this is what we can talk about on that and stuff like that. Just take a look, revert back to that for a bit, just to look at it, think about it. If you guys have other ideas, just add them on. But if I don't hear any ideas, that's sort of the starting point of what we're looking at by next week.
Would you guys rather fight 10 fourth graders or 4 10th graders?
10 fourth graders.
4 10th graders.
I would fuck up 10 fourth graders.
So will I.
Any day of the week.
It depends on how smart they are and how organized they are.
Yeah, but if they're
If they're organized, I'll go with a fewer number because I don't think that 10-year-olds are posing that big of a physical threat to me compared to 4th graders. And I definitely think the numbers will be a problem. The numbers will be a problem. I'm also sitting here at a $140, so it's not like I can. But you can probably sit there. Well, I was gonna say, so exactly. Do we have a weapon of choice, or are you just going bare?
I'll kick a 4th grader in his chest.
There's not just one. You gotta kick 10 of them.
I've seen 300.
They weren't 4th graders.
Yeah, those were adults.
There was also a movie.
How far do you think you could like shoulder like not an adult? One of those 4th graders.
See you next week.
I'd say probably 7 feet. I could probably throw a 10-year-old 7 feet.
Depends on how much they weigh. You as a 10-year-old and me as a 10-year-old were different sizes.
Where were we?
I was always small, so yeah.
Yeah, but you were a little chunker when we were kids.
I don't think I was that chunky at 10. I thought it took me until high school when we got those fries at Linwood that all of a sudden, or middle
That
school.
was middle school.
Yeah, so
You
10-year-old.
and Gonzo were always chunkier than I was, but I was always
Gonzo was chunkier than me. Gonzo was
I
always
got
chunkier
fucking
than me.
arms to the size of my head, so.
Yeah, but now me and I would probably, if you don't ignore the fact that I skip leg day every day, I would like to say that while we're not the same size, he's obviously stronger and bigger.
But he takes all the supplements too.
Yeah, and he also was a trainer, and he built that. It wasn't that, it was more like, hey, if you were to ignore the size part and just put us upper body versus upper body, I don't think that I'm that far behind. I think it's when you take the full body and realize that he actually doesn't skip leg day that I fall competitive.
I think it's weird that you guys both shave yourselves. So obviously seeing the midget fight is what made me prompt that question.
I figured that, but
I would fuck this midget box.
I also shave because I shave for myself, I don't care for other people.
I trim it.
You also grow a lot more than I do.
You
grow a lot
gotta keep that hamburger
You grow a lot more than I do. You grow that peach fuzz that gets to the point where it's like it looks good when it first comes in, and then it looks trashy. So when I get to that trashy point, I can shave it all off. It's easier than trimming. I'm not gonna trim my body.
I take the scissors and I just clip.
Because you have enough where you do that. When you don't, and you kind of are very patchy, you don't get that option. It's either no.
Is your test like
It's only here and then happy trail and then around the nipples. So it looks trashy.
It's weird.
It gets longer. It actually gets longer, than like the happy trail from even the chest happy trail. It does.
It's just weird.
Which is why
I thought you were just gonna put a little bit in the trunk.
He didn't?
No.
Yeah, so out of curiosity.
Why are midgets so entertaining? Oh, that's the question you're gonna
That wasn't. I was actually gonna. It was a football-related question, but that's also because I always think football. But if we're trying to keep it off football topic, well, I feel like it's gonna come down to the Jets and the Bills. No offense, but I'll ask the question anyway. The best player on each team, arguably, and I'm going to ignore Josh Allen for the sole fact that he put together a phenomenal year last year, but it was 1 year that he was that high. Trey White has been that high since we drafted him. So if I were to say the best player on each of our teams, I would say it's Trey White, Mekhi Becton, and Saquon Barkley. Tell me if you guys disagree.
I disagree.
Offensively?
In general.
I don't think Saquon Barkley was the best player on the Giants last year.
Right now. No, I don't mean just last year. I mean right now. If you look at the roster and you're going to say, there's one guy on the Giants that I would take for my expansion team. And there's no way like you take any one of them.
Oh,
man.
Because I think it'd be Mekhi Becton for the Jets, I think it'd be Trey White for the Bills, and I think it'd be Saquon Barkley for the Giants.
Here's the problem with that. There are so many new pieces.
And I'm excluding Josh Allen for that sole purpose of, like I mentioned, one, I think quarterbacks are restricted.
Elijah Moore can be that person. If he
that high.
yes.
I'm that high on him.
You take him over Mekhi Becton.
No.
I mean, we're talking. Mekhi Becton has been hurt. He can go forward in his career and be hurt, have more of an injury problem than anything else.
But he's played in the NFL. Elijah Moore hasn't played.
Look at Sheldon Rankins. He could be playing. He could
had
be
a great team.
if he was just on the field.
Yeah, he's still in 26, 27, so he can still have a good 4 or 5 year, 3-10 maybe.
He could.
Especially
it's a bunch of what ifs.
Because they're running that 4-3 now. Like you have been telling them that.
So if we're strictly talking about, hey, listen, who can have the most Pro Bowls at the end of their career on my team right now? Is that kind of the question?
It's kind of, I'm trying to think
Or
of
is
something
it
as
just
possible.
a dunking question where if we're starting a franchise today, who would take it?
That's sort of the.
If that's the, I mean, I'm gonna have to go have it. I'm gonna have to go with the offensive line, right? I guess so. Yeah, I would probably agree with you, Mackay. Beckton could, Elijah Aaron Tucker could be that person too. If Beckton shows to have more
Anybody
injury
gets hurt and
riddles,
takes a step back, and AVT does it and takes a step forward, AVT will cover on that inside.
And my other thought is this: it's like
If I shoot this, is it going to win?
No.
it's a bag, not a can.
I mean,
The bag's not going to win. Put the bag back. But no, like the other thing is also, there's no joke in it. Mackay Beckton's ceiling is significantly higher than Elijah Aaron Tucker's.
Yes.
Mackay Beckton's ceiling is Jonathan Ogden light. Like that's his ceiling. It's phenomenal.
I agree.
Which is why
If we're going strictly on that, then yes, Beckton, I would agree. Beckton is the person.
So then the question comes down to, once we've gotten those three, who would you take out of those three? And try to move your team by yourself. Beckton, Saquon.
I'm not gonna.
I know you won't take Saquon, which is why I said it was going to be
I'm
between.
torn between.
That's why we're both premier positions: cornerback, left tackle. Those are very. Those two edge rushers.
If you're going to build a team around defense, you have to go Trey White, obviously. But if you're going to build a team and take like a QB and be very offense, then you have to go.
But you go the other way around, for example. Let's say I'm going to be defense. I'm going to take left tackle first. I'm going to build my defense and know that my offensive line and my quarterback are going to be supported. Or vice versa. I'm going to go with that one cornerback so I know at least part of my field is covered. And I'm going to build the offense knowing that the defense has to worry about half the field. Like kind of like the Road Reeves effect, where it's like, hey, we're going to run 10-man zone blitz, and Road Reeves is going to man up against the one guy that I want him to man up this time. And let's be honest, went to 2 AFC championship games because that strategy is phenomenal when you have Darrell Reeves, who, sorry anybody Deion Sanders fan, Darrell Reeves is the best cornerback to ever play the game. Period. I don't care what anybody says to that, because I'm going to tell you this, Deion Sanders doesn't know how to tackle.
There is such an advantage here.
You mean the guy who's obviously twice as good?
Oh,
come on, that's not even fair. Why are we watching this?
So check this out. How many of those little dudes do you think you'd be able to take?
He's
not taking
I wish we could show this on YouTube.
I want to see you fight 10 minutes. To be honest, I do. Because I don't think you'll win.
Steve, film it. Contact 10 minutes.
No, I want them to look like midget Mike Tyson. Because that's what he looks like.
Mini Tyson.
Oh my god.
I don't care. I do not believe you can take all of them.
The Tyson chicken nugget.
I don't think you can take 10 of them. I think sheer numbers are eventually out of
The other dude is literally half my size and he pushed him over.
Why is he still standing
But there's only one of him.
He's standing on his toes. Why is he doing it? He's already way taller than the other guy.
It's so that he could drop him down.
You gotta rain bombs on the little dude.
Look.
You realize you don't even have a good back. How the fuck are you going to reach that level?
Kick him.
You can't do that in boxing.
Who said it would be a boxing match?
Nobody.
I'm thinking a zombie apocalypse. I somehow
what's the fight to the death?
A
supermarket filled with 3'4" zombies.
Wait, are only 10 or a full supermarket full?
Only 10. There's 10 of them in the supermarket. The supermarket's full. You gotta take the supermarket.
So are you able to still really kill each one of them like we're talking
Time out. Born just texted me and said we have a bad egg on the line.
Shit. Is it the two recording devices? Because we got one with the laptop and one with the mic?
No, because there should only be one audio input.
That would suck. Yo, the guy who got his ass beat apparently either won or retained his belt. Don't know what happened.
How?
I don't know, but I just looked up and he's still holding his belt and his boy was the other guy's face.
Anything can happen when you're in the fucking Lollipop Guild. So I just reset the mic. Maybe that'll do something. Let me go ahead and lower this a little bit. Adam, yell about something.
What the fuck is going on?
Okay, let me lower it a little bit more. How's it sound now?
What the fuck is going on?
That looks good.
Argue about some shit. I'm gonna check everything.
Alright, so we can't talk about how the Giants are the worst of the 3 teams, because we'll agree on that.
Now enter your credit card. I want further details. I want to talk to a live person. Who's a representative?
And it's going to be an 18-year-old that is getting paid minimum.
Call ended.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
Definitely had it.
Huh?
Definitely had it.
My
Your
phone?
phone?
Steve Stone.
Really?
So I guess we'll find out when we review the video if that's the case, then we gotta figure out something because we can't have. Then what caused the audio? What caused the echo? Because if we only have one audio, there's no reason for there to be an echo.
Right?
I don't know. Nobody was on their phone the entire time, so it's not like that could have caused it.
Can you hear anything else?
I mean, so when Adam was talking, there was an echo also.
Why though?
But when he's talking, it's not. But when I am, it is.
Is the live feed picking up both audios from the speaker and the laptop?
He's saying that the laptop's audio is
So I
going
got
up
to
to
pick
this.
which input it was using, and I picked.
Maybe it doesn't matter. How can it be an echo? You know?
It can't be an echo if there's only one source. So there's gotta be a second. Where's that coming from? And the only answer I can think of is the
They're
laptop.
picking up both, and they can't decide.
Because nobody's on their phone or anything like that, so it's not like that was what caused it.
Right.
And there's no other audio device. That's not audio. The camera wasn't audio, so the only things are the laptop and the mic.
Does it have something to do with you having 2 videos up on here?
It's because
One shows what we're streaming, one shows what it's picking up. So like if I put graphics and shit on, one would be normal and one would show like the graphics that were on.
Okay. Could that possibly be a reason why we have an echo?
No, what he's saying is like it's basically just giving us 2 views, but it's not 2 audio inputs. The only reason that there would be an echo is either the microphone, there's something with the microphone, or we have a second thing that's picking up.
There's 2 sources of sound coming from
I don't
something.
think that would have done it. I don't think that's doing it.
I'm gonna try something here.
Is there any way for us to
Are
really
you gonna pull out your nipples or what?
Yes, I am
What are you
gonna pull out
doing?
my nipples.
Oh shit!
So, from what I read, that might help. Let me get off camera. Tons of fun.
You even lift, bro?
That's why I have this physique.
Dad bod right there.
That's right.
That'll make up for the illegitimate child you got in Kentucky. What's your dream car?
Dream car?
Yeah, you can have any car.
Oh man.
What would it be? Why?
I mean, I can't pick one. I can't pick one because I would always want a car for a specific purpose.
I got you.
I want a car to go off-roading and survive. I want a car to go fucking fast. You know what I mean? I like, if we're talking about like survival cars, they have those Ford F950s, 850s, whatever they are. And it's a giant. It looks like an 18-wheel, like a Peterbilt type of fucking truck.
Yeah.
It's huge, obnoxiously huge.
Yeah, that's the 850.
But they turned them into like, and then you put a camper on the back of it. So I'd have that truck with a camper and fucking travel around the country. Like that would be my survival, my fucking if shit hits the fan vehicle. You know what I mean?
So I really like Doomsday Preppers. That's one of my guilty pleasure shows.
Yeah.
And one of the episodes, instead of having
Get
like
on camera if you're gonna talk about this shit.
sorry, I'm
You can button the bottom half.
I'm getting dressed again.
They already saw you out your show. You're not spoiling anything. ladies.
I was pushing it out with the back button.
Wait, what was that?
Don't worry, there's no ladies watching. Our
Wait, who was the wrestler?
watching. I told her to tune in.
Wait, you guys were.
She's the one who told me I looked fat last week. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
No, she was 100% right, man.
Hey,
You
listen.
need people in your life who are going to tell you the truth. That's why I hang out
I
with
get
this
it.
jerk off.
Who is?
Why? Because I look good.
No, because he told me the truth.
Who is the wrestler from WWF? It was like, hello,
The Rock.
hello, ladies. And he came out with a saxophone.
The Godfather.
Val Venus.
Val Venus.
Yes.
Godfather
Yes.
came out with the hoe train. And
The whole.
So my parents-
He's actually a big CBD proponent too.
that does not surprise me at all. My parents brought me to a live WWF event before it was a
There
WWE.
is one more.
And the headliner was Chris Benoit versus Chris Jericho. So it was a
No
good house
shit.
show. But the Godfather was there, and I was like 12 years old, 13 years old, like right when like seeing the hose on TV was fucking awesome. And this guy in the audience, like 2 rows behind us, the Godfather comes out, and the guy yells, "Bring out the hose!" And like I'm like 10 years old, 12 years old, right? My fucking it was my parents and me, and then my
Parents were fucking?
no, they were making sure I wasn't. And, because a 12-year-old definitely going to bang some hoes from WWE.
Well, you had a beer since you were like 12.
That's true. Been buying alcohol
Thank you for that.
longer than I haven't been. So it's like my parents, myself, and then like their friends and their son, who is even younger than me. And this dude's like, "Bring out the hose!" And my mom's like, "What's he talking about?" My dad's like, "What's he talking about?" I'm like, "Hoe train! Hoe train!" They're like, "What the fuck are you like? You're 10 years old. You don't know what the fuck a hoe train. You don't know what running a train on a hoe is." And then like
That sounds like what Pop would say.
and then the ladies come out. Dude, my dad brought me to the strip club with him when I was like 5 years old and left me in the car and told me not to. He's like, "I'm gonna be right back out." And him and his
Pop's
buddy.
not game!
So my friend
And not just
Celeste,
on the court.
my friend Celeste was like my wife
Basketball
when we were in
Yes, he's-
preschool and shit. So it was Celeste's dad, whose name I'm unfortunately blanking on. But him and Pops went to the strip club. They went to Ruffles on 27. And Pops left me in the car for like a half hour by
Isn't that a
myself.
bag of chips?
No, that's the strip club. That's where Wachovia is right now. We're
It is? That doesn't sound like it is.
no, Wachovia is Wells Fargo.
Oh,
Now.
Wachovia. Oh, you mean right there on 27?
Yeah, that used to be a strip club when we were little kids.
How low?
About this big?
Me or you? Because we were very different sizes.
When I was about that big? But yeah, it was.
I'm glad he never forgot it.
I have a good memory when it comes
The
to
first and last WWF show I ever went to was Shawn Michaels versus Vader at Madison Square Garden.
That must have been sick.
Yeah,
because
dude,
that fight was
fucking
that was a
pumped.
good fight.
Yeah.
Yo, can we get that fight up here?
Yeah, we
Because
can.
the WWE has been
Like, you actually went to like a legit. Because like, I went to one of those JVC Kaboom Box,
Yes.
Like
I
a
think
house
I'm
show.
pretty
a
sure it
house
was
show.
at MSG.
That's what I went to.
I went to one of
a
those
house show.
too. My parents brought me to one of those, and I was like stoked. Mainly because I
Because it
was
was-
like,
Oh, we get to watch wrestling in real life? Fuck yeah.
and because like my parents always downplay like
Shawn Michaels,
wrestling and all that
SH
stuff.
or
They were
SEN?
Like, education's the most important thing. All this stuff's the most
Steve,
important
there
thing.
was this one time. Adam's parents left for the night. He and I are playing video games in the fucking basement.
Is this Warzone?
Something happened,
Oh.
and Adam just lets loose like a string of curses, maybe like a minute and a half long.
I lost. In case you guys are
just
wondering
like-
what happened, I
Like,
lost.
fuck this, so shitty, what a piece of shit, fuck them, this guy's an asshole, what a twat, the fuck out of my face, blah, blah, blah. He finishes his curses, and then you just hear from upstairs, Adam, come here. Adam goes, oh shit, it's my dad. And he comes back downstairs and he goes, we gotta be quieter, we gotta play a different game.
And by we, it was basically meant but I was forcing everybody else to suffer my punishment.
Well, there were a few times where like I would beat you in like some racing game or some dumb shit or Smash Brothers and like a box would fall on you and you'd flip out and be like, get the fuck out of my house. And I'd be like, okay.
I was mad because you were laughing at me.
And
And
I'd
I
be
thought
like-
you were laughing at me for losing or for getting angry for losing.
No, it was
Which
it was
probably
about
is-
how you were acting. Yeah, full match, Shawn Michaels versus Vader. But then I'd be like, Matt, you want to
Yeah.
hang out? And he'd be like, yeah. Adam, give me the controller. My friend's over here and I want to play.
And then like Adam's little brother would kick him off of the fucking
Bro,
video game.
this would be nuts if I fucking see myself. I want to say I'm over here.
Oh, you're that close to the ring?
Dude, I remember.
I'm pretty.
There you are! That Janis Joplin looking girl.
Yo, Shawn Michaels. That shit made no sense as a little kid, but
The Heartbreak Kid idea?
no, the whole music. Like, I didn't know there was a chick coming at the beginning of that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a sexy boy.
Sexy boy. That was the shit, man. Shawn Michaels was the dude, and Vader was the flip side.
Yeah.
Vader was like the guy you don't want to like, but you can't help but like him because he's just like.
I want to say I'm out over there somewhere.
I actually liked Vader because I was that kid who was never going. I didn't think I would ever look like these, like Shawn Michaels or any of those.
Or like
wrestlers.
Triple H.
Yeah, like I was never going. I didn't think I
was.
was ever going to be in shape, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna root for the big uglies."
So Vader is the reason why Mick Foley's ear is messed up. Did you guys read
Yeah.
Foley's autobiography?
Have a nice day one, right?
Yeah. So it was in a fight
I never
against
read the
Vader,
second one, but I read
and
that
Vader
one.
threw him over the ropes, and the bit was like get choked in the ropes. Except Foley actually was getting choked, and Vader was like dancing and building up the crowd like they had talked about. So Foley, instead of getting choked out and actually passing out, ripped his head out of the ropes, and they grabbed
Because
his
those ropes
ear.
are wire, like
Yeah,
multi-cord
it's cable,
and
it's
braided.
cable.
Yeah, it's multi-lit. Yeah.
So he ripped his head out, and they pulled his ear. He finished the match, and then immediately started taking pictures of everything. Because Mick Foley loved documenting his life.
Mick Foley is arguably my favorite wrestler of all time. Like, I love Sting, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I always thought Sting was your favorite.
He is, but there's something
You
about
know
Mick
he's
Foley.
in AEW?
Yeah.
He's like a mentor to some dude.
Yeah,
I
but
wonder
there's
if he
something
still brings
about
that
Mick
bat with
Foley where
him.
it's like Mick Foley left it all on the mat. There's nobody that has left more on the mat
100%
than
of the
Mick
time.
Foley. And you gotta respect that.
Maybe Terry Funk.
Maybe. But the fact that Mick Foley did it for 3 different characters.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not saying Mankind, I'm not saying Dude Love, I'm not saying Cactus Jack. I'm saying Mick Foley for a reason, because it covers all of them.
So I was watching Pawn Stars highlights on YouTube.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
And
still
this-
looking for Steve.
And this guy brings in.
I'm assuming there's no beard at this time, though.
This guy brought in
No.
a a signed Dude Love T-shirt and a signed Mankind mask. And Rick's like, yeah, I really don't know how much this shit is worth. Brings Chum Lee over, and Chum Lee's like, oh, I got a guy who hands down will be able to tell us if it's real, or pretty much they'll be able to tell us if it's real. And Rick's like, you have a guy who can tell you if this leather mask is real? She's like, yeah, let me call him. And it's Mick Foley strolls in, and he's like, have a nice day.
He's such a...
And he's like, so what happened with this T-shirt was the printer was very suspect, and the ink changed. He's like, this is, and since it's real tie-dye, you can't recreate the print exactly. He's like, this is an authentic Dude Love T-shirt, and that 100% is my signature. And then the mask had the hair attached to it.
Was that DNA tested it?
No, so what Foley said was that they released a Halloween costume, and it was the Mankind mask with the Mick Foley hair.
Yeah.
And again, he was like, and this is definitely my signature, and these words that you can't read are where I wrote, have a nice day. And Mick Foley's like, I don't remember doing it, but that's my handwriting, and I will tell you that I did that. So I thought that, like, because it's always like, some schmuck, oh yeah, build guitars, let me tell you all about the guitars. It's not like, you can't get Jimi Hendrix to come in and authenticate a Jimi Hendrix signature.
No, yeah.
But they got Mick Foley to come in and be like, yeah, I signed that shit.
It's crazy.
Oh, there's ads.
Fucking heads.
That's alright, the viewers don't have to know that until you told them.
Batista,
Why would I want to know?
he wanted to play some,
Why does he look Asian, more Asian than ever now? Is that plastic surgery?
they're remaking Army of the Dead?
Apparently.
That was the Bruce Campbell movie.
Never saw it.
Say what you want about whether wrestling's fake or not.
It's fake.
These dudes have to be in incredible shape to
Yeah,
do
no,
the shit that
for
they
sure.
do.
That's 100%. Like,
Like-
it's scripted, but the fact is
Like,
that guy, like, everything they physically do, they still physically do.
Yeah. And like, look, he's gonna powerbomb him.
That still hurts.
He really slammed him.
That still hurts.
Yeah.
Like, that's not marshmallows that he's landing on.
Yeah. It's an inch and a quarter, 2-inch thick pad on top of a block of cement.
Right, like, that's not a real table. It's like, so if
Okay, so let me throw you
can I
through
throw
some
you
HDF. Yeah. Like, oh, you saw the guy who... That was Steve right there.
The one with the Janis Joplin glasses?
The one with the Shawn Michaels glasses?
Might have been.
Yeah, I've heard both ways.
Might have been me. Who knows? This is fucking.
Look, and this
has got to be
yourself back
like,
over the ropes. That's a
that's
lot of core
wrestling.
strength.
probably
That's
25 years ago.
More than that, probably, but yeah. That's a whole lot. That's a lot of cocaine, is what lets you do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like if you look at Razor Ramon, and you like
Imagine getting like that happening to you today, like right now.
well, that's why a lot of these guys had like pain. They were like the original opioid epidemic. Like, look, you think this is about to feel good?
Oh, I thought he was going to get stairs.
That's what I thought too.
Because, like, even though it's not real steel, that's still stairs.
It's diamond plate.
Is it real diamond plate?
Yeah. Well, think about it. So Vader's like what, 325, carrying Shawn Michaels, who's 225, up them. It's not made out of cardboard, unless it's like Lutchman's desk, and you're like stand on it.
I saw that.
It's like held together with like shoe boxes and shit. Stand on
Is it
it.
just me, or does he comment on his own post more than other people do?
I mean, he finds.
He tries to engage. He tries to engage.
He tries to troll sometimes. Like, there are times where he throws something in there hoping that
The thing that
somebody
he
will
posted
disagree with him because it's bait for him to basically disagree with his original post. In which case, what the fuck are you posting in the first place except to engage in an argument with people who you already believe are inferior to you? You're really doing nothing with your life.
Did you see the shit he posted
Sorry,
today?
Adam, if you're watching, but that's literally how I feel.
Did you see the shit he posted today where it was like, I'm 100% in favor of government-mandated vacations, and if you don't get one... Like, it took me 3 times reading it, because I'm like, no, the government can't make you get a vaccine. That's the whole point of being...
Well, I didn't see it. What was the point of what you...
So, the whole point of it was that people were going to misread the word vacation as vaccines.
Right.
Because it was, like, the words before it and after it were like, 100%
So
government
why the fuck are you
mandated.
doing that? Is your day that empty that you need to put that on there?
It's as a joke. And then when you read the
No,
comments...
seriously, answer my question. Is it that empty? Like, you got shit to do, brother.
I
You have a life.
Yeah, but
I
you know
watch
what?
dumb shit that I think is funny.
You
a
have to
lot.
I know, and I'm against that. I already told you
no,
I'm against that shit.
Wait, you're
Because you've got a life.
You're a psychology major, right?
Yes.
So.
I'm too so used to the
He has a master's in psychology.
Do you really?
I have
Yeah.
psychology, yeah.
So take a step back and think about why somebody would actually have, what type of person would find it necessary to do that something like that?
I have my opinions, but these are also, I'm not a doctor.
We
so
are
I'm-
live on the internet right now.
That's another reason why I already kind of regret a bunch of things I said, but I don't think that Adam, who doesn't like football, is going to watch us do this.
He might tune in for the after hours.
Well, in that case, I lost one person who was an acquaintance.
I mean, Lutchman's also, he would tell it, like, he would let you know, like, hey man, I did it for this reason.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you
What
right
the
now,
fuck is
I don't
that?
care what reason you did it for. You got to think bigger than that.
Oh, is this that Love and Robots shit?
No, this looks like a Moby Dick thing. Oh, it's not. That guy looks like the guy from Moby Dick.
Yeah, no,
That book was good.
Jupiter. What's that movie?
Jupiter Rising? Or?
Yeah, check it out. It's
I
pretty-
did-
I watched the first
yeah,
episode.
you
It's
guys
pretty good.
Love, Death, and Robots. I actually heard
Yeah,
really good things about
yeah.
this. My dad recommended this shit to me. Just to let you know how on the forefront he is, apparently.
Yo, your dad is like, he's a very eclectic dude.
I'm not gonna
Right? Like, didn't he read Neuromancer and think it was good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also went to UPenn back when they
It's
invented the first
Gator
computer.
time!
He was there when they invented the first computer. It was the size of a gymnasium.
So my mom used to work on one. When they brought that's like room-sized IBM.
Yeah.
So my mom worked on that in Manhattan.
And like when data entry was you manually entering things, and that was like the origin of computer learning was putting manual like dotted paperwork into something and having it scan and learn.
Like, wrestling's fake, but this dude definitely was just like 7.5 feet in the air and then landed on his back.
Yeah, no, that part's not fake. It's like, but the fact is the result is scripted.
The results,
the moves are scripted, but they go through the physical toll of it.
Yeah. I thought it was very interesting because I also read Goldberg's autobiography. So I read his, I read McFoley's. The outcomes are preordained, but a lot of the shit that happens
they talk about
during
it
the matches, yeah. And then like it all depends how good they are together and how good they are independently. So like Triple H, for instance, was great at calling a match during the match. He'd be like, throw me into the ropes and clothesline me, or like, hey, I'm gonna dive at you with this armbar, okay. But like other times, that's what the refs have a big role in when they get in there. Look, because you see the ref, he's like, hit him, okay. And like, the refs play a big role in calling the matches too.
Except when they're knocked out.
Yeah, that's orchestrated, like.
Yeah, I know. My problem is that it became way too, like, cliche almost.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's gonna Vader splash him, let's see it. Ask Born how the fucking stream is now, because I unplugged this and I switched the microphone.
He's sleeping. Oh, he said better 13 minutes ago.
Okay. So what was the difference?
I don't know. I hope that it's not echoey.
When we did the entire episode.
Yeah.
Probably is.
Oh, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, so we're learning, right?
Yeah.
But we gotta figure out then what caused it.
So the reason I put my shirt over it is
there
because I went on Reddit and there was someone else had reported an issue with the same microphone and they said putting a towel over it helped.
Oh, that's the case. I'm gonna call them.
And like it might be the room.
Yeah.
We'll go for a refund then.
Or maybe there's a different setting that you put this on. Is there a setting?
This is supposed to be the one that captures 360, but once we get more microphones, I won't need this setting. So maybe that.
Yeah, then we'll just use it like Adam will have his microphone in front of him, and he's doing his thing. You'll have yours offline.
The problem is that if we're gonna do it at the bar, we're gonna run low on, and they're seeing behind the scenes. But if we're gonna do, everybody has their own mic, we're gonna run out of space. Basically.
Yeah, like we won't have the chips and like,
which
we can't eat during
I'm
the
okay with that, for
podcast.
example. Like for example, I would need that seat to represent that seat. Would need to operate whatever computer is going to be linked up to that. Like that's just how it's going to have to be. And we need your computer over there as well, though, to record. So that chair would basically be where I would put a computer, basically, and either I or you or whoever's sitting in this chair right here would need to be able to operate it. So if that's the case, it's either going to be me or I'm going to need to get my work done even earlier than I'm doing just to be able to teach you how to go through it. I think that I should be there just to operate the computer, not because I care about being close to the camera, because I already know I'm good looking. I'll need them to know. But
This fucking guy.
yeah, this fucking guy. Sorry, I put a lot of work into this shit. You can ask him. He said I was that flabby kid when I was in high school. You remember when I was in high school? It wasn't this. I worked my ass off to get here.
He drank more in high school too, though.
You might be wondering why
When I started smoking in college.
towards the earth at 150.
And then it became legal, so I definitely...
I think I drank way more in high school and college than I do now. No, I definitely did.
I
definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
100%.
what he's saying is that I
I'm
drank
way
more in
out of
high school
shape.
than I did in
We used to
college.
pound like 45 beers between the two of us,
Oh my
so
God.
I'm like,
High school or college?
college.
Yeah.
We didn't drink beer in high school.
Nah.
We drank vodka,
We drank
tequila,
liquor.
and Everclear.
Everclear.
Everclear?
Got where you were going fast. You got where you were going fast.
The Autobahn of alcohol.
Oh my god, but you need a chaser because your throat's sealed up after that shit if you drank it straight.
I have Everclear in my survival kit. That's about it.
To clean out
Yeah.
that infection, right?
No, so I can burn a fire if I need to.
You can use hand sanitizer for the same thing.
I would think that would burn too quickly though, and it wouldn't actually catch anything.
No, because it'll start the fire.
Yeah, but if the alcohol burns off quickly before any of the wood catches, then it doesn't do you any
No, it
good.
won't. It'll burn for a while.
Okay.
You put it in the right environment and it'll burn for a while.
Am I wrong though on that theory though, that like the liquid can burn up before whatever it's on catches?
No, you wouldn't.
This is
You have wet wood,
this
for
is
example.
220 pound
You're
man.
not really directly. Like
Oh.
a cotton ball. You would dip it in a cotton ball, light the cotton ball.
That I understand, because
cotton
cotton-
ball would light for a while, then it would give me enough time to light the wood.
That I get. Okay, I'm thinking more like I'm gonna pour Everclear on a fire, and it's almost
No,
like it's
not
like
like
gasoline where it
gasoline.
burns
No.
up so quickly,
No,
and then
no,
you're
no.
back to just the base.
No.
Okay. I wasn't thinking that far along the way you were. Where it's like,
I
okay, yeah,
think
you're right,
there's a
cotton ball,
way-
put it in there, I got you. What were you saying?
I also like watching
There's
the
a way to,
reaction
you know, like
videos.
sternos
Yeah.
with the gel.
Yeah, but
There's a way
to use
there's
those
a
to
way
like scoop them out and put it on a campfire just to get.
there's a
started.
way to like fill like that with Everclear and light it, and it'll light for a while.
Really? I'm always just thinking that it has such a very low flash point that it would basically burn up quickly.
It's the vapors.
Okay. Learn something new every day.
There's no way
Kind
that
of like
that's
how you put a wooden
comfortable.
spoon into hot oil, and if it bubbles, that's how you know. I mean, you're full of this shit.
I think that's
If the
the
zombie
useless
apocalypse
knowledge.
ever comes,
I think that's the
if the
worst
zombie
way to
apocalypse
do it,
ever comes,
right?
I'm coming to you because I feel like somehow, some way, this motherfucker's gonna survive.
Well, he's got the tools, he's got the boat, he's got 2 trucks.
And he's got a bar in a basement.
Your brother's got all the.
Yeah.
Your brother
With a
has
lot
the
of
weapons.
alcohol.
I'll say, board up the windows. We know where the zombies are coming from. All we need is my brother's gun safe,
Yeah,
and we're
he
good.
has weapons.
And he's also rifle trained and shotgun, like all that. So he's. Oh, did he win by count out, and then Shawn Michaels gonna come back and win because that's how.
Look at that outfit, dude. That tells you how long ago this was.
That guy sounds like Sonnen with a the UFC fighter that also is a commentator. You know what I'm talking about? Or he was a UFC fighter. now he's-
Chael.
There we go. This guy sounds a little bit like him and looked a little bit like him from the quick shot that I got.
I want to say I'm somewhere over here.
Like by the walkway?
Yeah, relative. I mean, probably
A couple rows back.
5 or 6 people, maybe more deep.
Still, that's some great seats.
I'm somewhere over here, I think.
I can't believe how much hair Shawn Michaels has.
I-
Because his hairline went back quickly, just like mine did.
Yeah, I got you. I was about to mention that. Remember when we were younger, we both had long hair, different style long hair, but we had long hair. I grow mine out a bunch. Like, I get like 2 to 3 haircuts a year, basically. I grow it out, and when it gets annoying at the gym, I cut it. I can't imagine growing it out the way that I used to have it. And like, even if you could grow that
Back in
hair
the
kind of
day,
thing, could you
yeah.
imagine growing it that long?
No.
Like, that's how I feel, where it's like, I start to grow it out, and I'm like, how the hell did I manage 3 times this length? Type of idea.
And it's not like we had it for a week. Right?
No, like, that was, like, for basically 2 to 3 years. Like, I grew out my hair very long, I cut it, I grew it out for another year and a half, and then I started keeping it, somewhat acceptable, I'll call it. I'm assuming Shawn Michaels won that fight.
Gangsta's Paradise?
The song that got me into rap.
This is Shakina and I's favorite song. This was one of our running songs.
Gangsta's Paradise?
That's pretty fucking awesome.
This is one of the songs that he played for me when we were young, and it got me into rap. This and The Way I Am by Eminem were the 2 songs that were, like, I was not a big fan of rap, and then I heard those 2, and it was like, okay, let's see what this is about. Hey, what's that?
That's the television volume being too high.
What movie was this?
Dangerous Minds. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. He be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying in chalk. I really hate to trip, but I gotta low. As I croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. I'm cool. I'm the kind of G that little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night saying prayers to the street
They
light.
said G, they wouldn't say Jigga as like the subtitles. Yo, I actually seen him on. Did you ever watch the Food Network at all?
Oh yeah.
He became like a bit of like a celebrity chef. type of
Recently?
thing. Well, a while ago. And so he was on.
He was on Fear Factor also. He won Celebrity Fear Factor.
Yeah, and he was on Chopped.
Dude,
But
Joe
he
Rogan
cheated and
makes
they
him
caught
climb
him,
in
so
like
they
the
couldn't
fucking the vat with the roaches or some shit. And Coolio's like, man, I grew up in the project.
Like Tyron Bigums. I was like,
Yeah.
Tyron Bigums.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, this nigga, I'm taking that.
Yeah. They were like, get in this car and we're gonna flip it. And Coolio's like, yeah, you don't press the DMX, right?
Oh my god.
DMX.
Triple
So I had a boy tell me that DMX was top 5 in his rap album. Obviously, that's
a lot of people feel that way.
Well, they're wrong, but no offense, guys. All right, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. I don't believe
Why
it.
do you say they're wrong?
Because
Up against who? Like, who do you have?
Okay, top 5.
T.I.
Tupac is up. No, T.I. is top 10, not top 5. Because I like personal versus actual. But you got Tupac. I don't think Biggie's top 5.
I do.
He doesn't have enough volume. He just doesn't. But I'm gonna go Tupac, Nas.
Yeah, you like Nas more than I do.
If you don't like Nas, you just don't like hip hop.
I like Illmatic.
Keep going.
Eminem is in the top 5. Reggie Noble is in the top 5.
Yeah,
That's where I lose it.
Reggie Noble is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Yeah. And I'm
That's
going.
Redman.
And I like T.I. more than this guy, but I gotta respect game J. Cole.
Wow.
Good, yeah.
Oh, so you're talking about all time?
Yes.
You're not talking like this genre?
No, I'm talking about all time because those guys, especially Nas and J. Cole specifically, are such, and Eminem too, and Tupac, and they're great storytellers too. It's not just about being able to rap, not just about flow, but you're able to tell a story while you're doing all those things.
That's why I put Biggie up
Where
there.
does Biggie come from?
He's in the top 10 along with Andre 3000.
You don't think Biggie's a good storyteller?
I think he is, but he doesn't have the volume. He had one album. He had one album.
Oh, the quantity.
Yes, he had one album. He had a bunch of stuff that came out afterwards. Yeah, I understand that. But I'm not going to all of a sudden give him sympathy. If you want to give him sympathy votes, you give him sympathy votes. He's in the top 10 because he's that talented, but he just doesn't have the volume to make the top 5. But those are my top 5.
What about like underground dudes like Big L? Big L was nice.
Big L was nice, and I don't think he was as good of a storyteller. And like that storytelling, in my opinion, is something important because, like we were talking about before, nowadays rap is all about how much money you got and all the hoes you're sleeping with. But back in the day, it was about your story of how
It was the
your
struggle, yeah. It was how you're making do with nothing.
Right. So tell me that story because as a guy who grew up the way I did, I don't know that story. I need you to tell me that story. I need
That's
you
why
to put me in your shoes. Kind
Like
of thing. And
when
those guys
Ludacris
did
talks about selling CDs out of the trunk of his car to make $1,000, like
Yeah, like I love Luda, but to be perfectly honest, and you know I love Lil Wayne. I put them kind of in that same genre where it's like they're very good, but they also have this jocular tone.
A lot of people consider Luda more comedy.
That's the way
like
I feel.
comedic
That's the way I view Lil Wayne. To be perfectly honest, not his very early stuff was to just to get noticed.
Sorry.
But I think
No
that he
worries.
kind of went to the comedy route afterwards. Like I love Lil Wayne. You know I love T.I. They're guys. They're probably making my top 10 along with Biggie, along with Andre 3000, and I got to figure out the 5th one there to round up the top 10.
I mean, Andre 3K is also something else.
It's just
like,
so versatile, right?
Yeah, not like plays all the instruments, but also like even that even his verse on "What a Job" with Devin the Dude.
Yeah.
Like you want. So am I supposed to believe Andre 3000 was sitting at home and wrote a verse about people like asking him to write a verse about them, or like was he on his way to the studio and actually got asked? Sorry. No worries. It's one thing if we can hear it. It's another thing if like we're competing.
Like, I like DMX. I guess part of me is like I have not listened to enough of his stuff to be able to like accurately put it, like rank him. I guess I've heard. I have a bunch of albums. Honestly, I just never got through all of them.
It's Dark and Hell is Hot is a phenomenal album.
It is,
And he has his own like Freddy Krueger music. 1, 2, exits coming for you.
3, 4, shut the door.
Yeah.
Or lock the door.
Nah, I got you. It's just I can't put them in my like. If you're asking me what mine are, I can't speak for somebody who I haven't gone through. Like I've gone through all of Tupac stuff. I've gone through all of Eminem stuff. I've gone through all these guys' stuff, which is why I'm okay kind of speaking to it. I also no,
You should have taken credit for it. Is this a Rice Krispie treat?
It's a sugar cookie.
Oh, damn.
It's very rich, like a lot of butter, and not the good kind of butter, like the one you make. So one of my best friends from my Israel trip, the year I lived in Israel, he lives up in the Fishkill area, up in New York, or near Poughkeepsie.
That's a vegan's least favorite neighborhood.
Fishkill. But so yeah, I went up to visit him because he got engaged. So I went up to celebrate his engagement party, and his mom, being a Jewish mother, wanted to send me home with a bunch of stuff. So I kept all the protein stuff and brought the desserts together. Because I figured I figured he brought the other stuff for her, so I figured it was my turn to cook for her. And I still haven't figured out what she's craving, because I keep asking you that, but I feel like it changes. What's she on now? Still the vinegar stuff, or has she moved off of that?
She doesn't have any like real cravings right now, except for like just trying to eat relatively healthy.
Yeah. Healthy, but quantity, I guess.
Yeah. She takes she grew up in an Asian environment where they eat pretty good.
Yeah.
Eat pretty
As long
healthy.
as you're outside of America, you eat pretty good for the most part.
Her mom's straight from Ecuador, and her dad's straight from China.
Okay, Ecuador. I was trying to figure out, like, I figured the Asian/Orient merge. I didn't.
Yeah.
But I knew there was something else there. I don't think
Their parents are
I don't
both.
think you can use the word Orient.
It's UK.
You're in the family. But
Wait, no, seriously, is that offensive?
I offended a bunch of white people when I said Oriental one time.
Oriental is different than from the Orient region.
It's so funny, right? How like the people
try to
that
be
shouldn't even offend.
There was an Italian chick named Giovanna
that's
got
Carol
upset.
problems.
That,
If you're offending Carol, who cares?
Carol or Karen?
it doesn't matter.
I'm trying to catch up with this new stuff. I just got my first smartphone. Give me a break.
And like, so like I'm not good with it. I don't really police what I say too often. Like I switched to Oriental from Chinaman, and Oriental pisses
that's
white people off more.
Chinaman's
offensive. Yeah.
But that's why I said of the Orient region, because I said Oriental one time because I didn't think it was offensive, and you actually like suggested that it was offensive, so that's why I
didn't
of the
know it was
Orient
offensive
region,
until I got yelled at by these.
I was trying to be as PC as possible. I'm like, of the Orient region, because the Orient region is a literal thing. Like that's not an offensive thing. So if I say of that region, that's not offensive.
No,
but the Ecuadorian thing does answer, or not answer, but it provides more context.
So pretty much the only Asian part of her dad is the only Asian that's like in this area. It's her mom, and the rest of her family is all Spanish.
Okay.
All Ecuadorian.
So it's like dad's side is from.
But her mom took a lot of the Asian culture over.
Okay. Did she make like mixed food?
Yeah, we have.
Like
so we
Spanish Chinese food, because that would be.
Not like not mixed in the same cuisine. No, it's separate. Like they'll make empanadas and have yellow rice and beans and shit, and the next time we'll have hot pot and like just like greens and noodles and broth and shit. Yeah. It's not.
I envy you just for the cuisine.
It's not like
General Tso's empanadas.
no, not like that.
Well, General Tso's is also
It's
American
not General.
Chinese.
That's American.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. It's not General Tso's. Period. It's not.
That's American Chinese. That's not real.
It's not real
authentic
Chinese. It's not Asian. Not Chinese.
But like
you go to China and say
a
General
rose
Tso's.
pollo dumplings.
Dumplings. Ooh.
Like a rose pollo dumplings would be good.
Go to Shanghai dumplings in Edison.
I heard about
Yeah.
this.
It's dumplings with
It's
soup.
like a dumpling.
With soup on the inside.
That's good.
Yes. So when you bite into it, it's like a
hold their
gusher,
integrity?
but it's like raw. It's raw. Right?
How do they hold their integrity? Because like I feel like the dumplings are great.
No, they're good.
Are they little dumplings?
I'm guessing it's thicker.
They're like that. It's like barely about. Like I can barely put one in my mouth. It's a good size. And when you bite into it, it's like.
It's like when you bite into one of those
And it's
odd juice
very-
sandwiches and like that shit. Just
Very
breaks
healthy
down
for you because I mean you're drinking the
dip.
broth.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Thank you.
Very good.
As you can tell, I've never eaten one.
But when we have Chinese New Year, I'll let you guys know. We'll have Popeye.
Yes, please. I told my friend.
I make the broth.
I told my
we
friend
do
Lydia
the
that I
whole
want
thing.
her to invite me to
I
her
have-
family's.
I have So
it's
it's a big pot like this, and we make the broth, and it's divided in two. One side will be seafood, and the other side will be whatever else, beef, vegetables, or whatever you keep it
Besides that he's
separate.
sitting on.
And essentially, the whole table's full of like anything you want, and then whatever you want, you make you put it in your side, you let it cook in the broth, and you just pull it out.
With chopsticks.
Fuck yeah, I'm good with chopsticks.
Damn straight.
It's delicious.
You have the tribe. You learn how to do it, especially on Christmas.
I eat well. I just eat too much. That's my problem.
Yeah, but you also could probably lift more than I can. I've been trying.
No,
for
I haven't lifted.
I'm looking at you. You can lift more than me. Like when I remember I had been lifting for a couple of years. I'd go to the gym with him, and he's able to lift as much as me just because.
Me?
You just had that. You also went to karate when you were younger, so you built that foundation I did. I played soccer, but for the most part, I just drank beer with Jay.
We could probably go
Or drank liquor with Jay.
We could probably go to the gym right now, and I could probably lift more legs than you.
There's no doubt about that. I have chicken legs. For you, maybe not you.
Well, you also have two bum knees, which isn't like.
I'll say 1.5.
I was about to change the DMX. I'm like,
I say 1.5. My left is worse than my right, but you're right. But at the same, but but the thing is back, for example, right? Back is like that core bodybuilding that just follows you, right? Like you just have back or you don't. So I remember I would go to the gym with him. I've been lifting for a while at this point, and he was able to lift as much as me. Or like Peterson, when we would lift back. Like I don't know if you've seen Mike Peterson. He's an athletic back guy.
Mike blew me away when he told me that he was 350 when we were in high school.
Yeah,
I was like,
I still
when
don't
were you
believe it.
350?
I still don't believe it. Peterson.
350.
He
was
says he
350,
was.
and he was playing competitive hockey.
Well,
Wait,
one of the best on his team.
Not 350.
I don't believe that either. But he says it. He says it. Like, if you want to
He
say
said that's what made him start losing weight because
Do
he
you
never
know
went
how big 350 is?
You know Rob's boy that he worked with?
Bill.
There we go. That's what I imagine.
It's bigger. It's bigger than
Bill
Nathan Shepard.
Bill was close to 400 pounds, but Bill's also like
But
6'8".
50-pound difference is not Bill versus Mike in high school. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing.
350 pounds is a large. That's an NFL player type human.
That's bigger than Mekhi Becton.
Almost.
Action
Yeah,
Bronson
Becton
was
is about 3.
Action
Are you
Bronson
talking
was
about
390.
somebody?
Action
Peterson's
Bronson
height?
was
Yes,
390.
he's wider.
That's why I think he's exaggerating a bit, but I do think that Mike was much heavier. Mike is also he's like you, where it's like the heavy athletic, where it's like he's sneaky. Like you look at you,
I have never been anywhere close to 350.
No, but you're at
350 is insanely big.
That's sort of what I'm thinking. Did you say 250 maybe?
Maybe 250 because I'm 250 now. I'm more than 250.
Mike's close to 250 now. I think.
Yeah, and
Probably
Mike's got it about. Mike
230.
honestly is about as much good as you. Different Mike. His and his legs. Like his legs are.
Which is
just
why I
it's
believe
scary.
it because
It's scary how much
Well,
he can
he's
lift.
always on a rollerblades, right? Or
he's hockey, yeah.
It's not a competition more than it's more just kind of trying to draw the relationship.
I'm not
of,
saying
like,
it's
okay,
competition. I'm saying that's why his legs are bigger.
Yes.
I mean, he's always.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a great leg workout. If you're always doing that, your legs are naturally getting bigger.
Right, and my buddy Josh, like my best friend from college, the one who actually got me into lifting. He has massive calves, and because he's always a
dude,
big
they're
guy,
like fucking
so
boulders.
but he always
they pop.
And part of it's because
It's like
he
a
walked on the
pop-up
balls
book.
of his feet for like years because he was told it until he realized it was bad for your knees.
I bought a
But-
supercharged Mini for $500 for a 500-mile off-road race.
Go for it. But
Line them up. Oh, are we watching them?
Another episode of Beers for Bill. In today's episode, as you can see behind me,
It's the last one, though.
This is what I would like. This is what I would like to do for a
Is
living.
it 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
is there a video over Wild
11:09.
what the game plan is?
You got 20 minutes, and I got a little bit.
And then
all right, because we're already about 40 minutes after what I said I was going to stay till.
when we finish,
I thought I was going to keep.
It's that after-hours content.
Well, I was having fun talking to you guys because like we all have our shit to do, so it's not like we get to hang out outside of this podcast.
And just
night
bullshit.
and
Yeah, and the podcast is like.
You gotta get a Monday to Friday job so we can figure it out. That's what you gotta do. It's on you. You get a Monday to Friday job, we got all weekend. But now we gotta put it on a Wednesday or Thursday once these motherfuckers start playing volleyball.
I need a Lexus CT
Yeah, what are
so
we
that
gonna
I
do
can
about
just
that?
Uber Eats.
We're gonna move it to Thursdays because he's still off. We'll just have. And
Yeah,
what time do you
Thursday
have to be in?
nights.
What time do you have to be in to work on Friday?
9:15, 9:30. But then I can do all the video editing at work, but I won't be able to upload it until I get home.
That part's fine. It's more the drinking part that I'm worried about with you being hungover for.
Continue.
My
drinking at work.
concern right now is
And also, once the kid comes, obviously we gotta.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna like 2 days in a row, just like not paying attention to a kid. Not good.
I mean, that's,
So
yeah, that's not gonna be
what it is once that happens, we need to be more structured. We need to be like, hey, team, exactly from this time to this time is when we're going to do it, and I'll be able to assist kind of before, after kind of thing, if that's an option. If it's not an option,
I have to figure that out. I
You're
have
also
no
gonna
idea
have to-
how it's gonna work.
So we'll
You're
figure
gonna have
it
to
out.
step your
No,
dad
kids
game
take-
up
no,
so
kids take
that you
forever.
can justify taking 2-3 hours
Look,
off.
What's that?
You're gonna have to step your dad game up.
And
And you have to be next level dad.
maybe we'll put the baby on camera.
People love babies. I'm down for
Yeah,
that.
people love it. Look, the fact of the matter is, kid takes priority, then the podcast. We all know that.
Yeah, family first, man.
Exactly. Family first.
Like,
Family
if
first.
you have to baby-
Family
if you have
first
to
is
babysit
always
me and not show up a week. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Rob has missed weeks for less important reasons.
at least less important reasons that he's told us. If it's something like, remember when Paul fell off the ladder and he had to take care of Paul?
For
Like
legitimate
that,
reasons.
yeah, that's like family comes first. You have to take care of your family.
Family comes first.
Definitely when like his basement was flooded, that was definitely.
Look, we'll figure it out. We chose this time because it worked best for BD. His schedule was
His
different than
dad
everybody
fell
else's.
off a ladder
Well, sure,
like
tree,
2
right?
weeks after his mom died.
Which we're gonna figure out in today's
So and he's like Paul
And
shattered
broke,
his
like,
ankle or his heel or
His heel.
something.
His heel. It's worse than an ankle. The heel is like. That's,
So Rob not only was like going through the whole grieving process while his father was going through the whole grieving process, but Rob also had to take care of his father.
while also being the executor of the will
Yeah.
and all that stuff. A lot got thrown on Rob very quickly. So it's one of those we rip on Rob, and rightfully so. Me too, some material too. Unless you're watching this, in which case, Rob, you already know we rip on you. But
Love you, dog.
But
Love
straight
you,
up,
dog.
they hit life hit the fast forward button on him.
Yeah, you know
Before
how like
anybody
bad
should
shit
have
happens in threes.
It
It was like that, and it wasn't like, oh, I stubbed my toe and then I fell down some stairs and then like stood up into the wall. This was like bad shit.
Bad shit. Like bad shit.
Yo, what'd you fucking turn on?
I have no clue. I hope this is pits for Bill. Well, then why isn't it Pit My Ride? I want to see some exhibit.
It's like it's YouTube Pit My Ride.
No, but like we'll figure it out. The fact is, like, the kid takes priority.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. I just, I'll put it out there because
Yo, put one of our live streams on. Let's do some film study for a little bit.
Are we gonna have an echo?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know.
That's the only reason why.
I forgot that we were actually live.
Quitting YouTube to become a farmer.
Man, now I see why half the world is in shit.
I like this guy. You ever watch this guy, Strong Opinion Sports?
No.
He's pretty good.
Does he actually have good opinions, or is he
He
just
does.
very adamant about it?
He's pretty good.
You put subtitles on?
Probably. Let's see, info. Info.
What's amazing is that, like, I watch these people who, like, just talk constantly, and I'm like, I know that I do this in my own head constantly. I just don't think that people actually want to listen to it.
You'd be surprised, dude. We'll start putting the content out that you'd be very good at this. You'd be very good at that.
But that guy angers me. And I don't want to be that guy, even though obviously I know I am that guy.
Why does he anger you?
Because I am that guy, and I don't like it.
But is he what he's doing anger you?
It's the more the fact
Like,
that I feel like it comes across
What
as
the fuck
fake
is
sometimes
this?
when somebody comes across so animated, so like alright.
So they just don't be animated.
Which is what I try to do, but at the same time, it seems like that
Is it
animated
Batman?
aspect is what's attractive.
I don't
to the
know what
audience.
happened.
This looks like Adam West Batman.
Or Back to the Future.
Like, some days you just can't get
I'm
rid
just
of
gonna
them all.
leave it because I don't know what's happening.
But like the reason, like did you ever by chance get a chance to watch the 420 episode that I was on for a bit?
Yeah.
It was incredible.
So you remember, like there was that one guy that I expressed to you,
Yes.
like that I just
Yeah, the
bugged
Bronx
me because
guy.
he comes across like he's just forcing it, and I feel like the people that make the most of these are those people, and I'd
The
rather
guy
not.
I
make
was
it
just
than-
showing you. I don't.
Oh, it's
I don't-
007.
You don't think he was that? Okay, I also judged off of like a 5-second
5 seconds.
slip, so.
You're also looking at like his intro, like the thing that he always does, like his opening, like sentence or whatever.
Shtick.
His shtick. Yeah, right.
I got you. Okay. So don't judge him by the shtick.
No.
All right.
I want to go back. I'm pressing back.
I think I would too, but at the same time, I think that it's better that we do it as a team because I think that we balance each other out.
Yeah, but you also have to look at yourself too. I mean, if you have the time and you can build your own thing, don't stop that from building your own thing either.
I guess it's one of those, like, I just never saw myself doing this as a thing. It's one of those things, I think that I know more, or I take that back.
You're doing the blog anyway, right?
Well, I mean, like,
I do write those blog posts.
I do. I
So
gotta get back to
So why not just do it on audio and put it on your own YouTube channel? What's the difference?
Because I don't think people actually care what I have to think. I want.
But you're doing it anyway.
You're doing it anyway.
I'm doing it now because it's an opportunity for me to chill with you guys, kind of thing. Not because I think.
No,
you're
but I'm
actually gonna
saying
listen to my opinion.
in addition to this, you're also doing these blogs, are you not?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah.
So why don't you create an opportunity for yourself to gain some viewership and gain some, like, you have your own, you're making your own brand.
Because BD knows that I'm straight up. I'll be honest. I don't like being the center of attention.
Okay.
I don't like being.
I understand
guy.
that.
That's why I was
Shadeen's-
hesitant to go on camera and
Shadeen's
all
the
this
same
stuff.
way.
Like
I get it.
I'm very confident in myself.
I get
I
that.
just don't want to be the like. I like being. I wanted to learn how to play bass because I wanted to be that background guy that was essential to the band. I don't want to be the lead singer or the lead guitarist
I
or the
get
drummer
that.
kind of thing.
I
I
get
just
that.
want to be that. That's just my personality, which
How
is
do
very just the way I am. Like.
I understand that.
I'm very confident in my beliefs and my opinions and my knowledge, but it doesn't mean that I need to shove it in people's faces the way that a lead does. And I don't mean that they intentionally do. That's just the nature of being a lead.
So do you know Gary Vee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made sure that I know who Gary
He's
Vee is.
actually the same way, and the way that he compensates for that is he always has somebody in the background behind the camera to make him feel like he's talking to somebody else and having the exchange rather than making himself feel like he's doing all the work and just making himself feel like he's bloating himself.
But
He's
that's
not. He's having a conversation with someone else.
And that's why when you see me, like when we're with each other and I'm just spitting stuff left and right, the reason I do that is because I'm comfortable with you guys. You put me all of a sudden now in front of a camera or in front of a bunch of strangers, and I'm going to reel that back in just naturally because I don't have that comfort level. And yes, that's something I gotta overcome. The same way that like I wasn't comfortable being on social media at all, and now we're on Twitter, and it's like I'm trying to put stuff out there because I don't
Bassmaster is
got it.
fucking hilarious. So
Weight room.
Look at those jeans. Those are dad jeans right there, and dad shoes. Where's this guy?
Ed Bassmaster, you ever seen him?
No.
Oh, he's hilarious. So I was just,
I do have
the
the
reason,
sunglasses.
the reason why I was saying that was I wanted to let you know that I believe that you can be that person where you can also do your own thing, and I would bet that you can make a large viewership just on being you by yourself on
Does
camera.
it contribute to us? Because that's what's the most
Yeah.
important thing, right?
Yes, I'm just telling you that you yourself can do it. You can, if you were also doing this blog thing for the Bills, like outside of the Alpaca Boys, doing this Bills thing.
Well, I stopped doing it. I didn't stop doing it. I
Buffalo
started limiting it.
rumblings.
Yeah, but I started limiting it a bit only because I wanted to keep the material for us. Like, the fact
You
is,
can repeat it though, because there's different viewers that do this. There's different viewers. That
I gotta
view
remind
Bills.
myself of that constantly because the big thing is also like, you know, when you say. You never see those people on TV that say the same thing on multiple TV shows with the same emphasis constantly. And when you see the second or third time as a viewer, and you've seen it personally, like as a viewer the second or third time, you're just
Yeah,
like,
you're fucking
you're like,
tired of
shut
it.
the fuck up! I know what you're talking about. I already know your opinion. I don't want to be that guy I'm yelling at.
The problem is, like 5% of
Are we
people
still
think
live?
that way. Yes.
Yeah, we're still up.
So they're getting this
5% of people.
talk numbers, dude.
That's fine.
Okay.
5% of people think that way.
Well, it's way
Not
heavyweights
many.
than that, my man.
Seriously?
Yes.
On the
I thought it was
set.
more than
That's all right.
5%.
No.
I thought people were
Shit,
smart.
right.
No.
You're right. I didn't think people were
The
smart.
problem-
You
the
called me out
problem
on that
is
one.
that-
I think people are stupid.
What you're thinking the same person who's looking at our Alpaca Boys is also going to the Bills. So it's probably not the case.
This place is a joke.
Probably right.
It's probably not the case. The Bills fans that are only Bills fans are probably only going to listen to Bills shit. Especially the more die-hard ones.
You can also throw shit into the blog post on the Bills, like, hey, you know, one of the Alpaca Boys said something that made a lot of sense. Boom, and then whoever reads it on the Bills website is going to be like, who the fuck are the Alpaca Boys?
Right.
You gonna use that bench?
You have...
All right. I just seen you there talking all day. I need a bench. well, the person that just got off that didn't clean it, okay? Now I want the corona, if you know what I'm saying. What do you think this is?
What?
Well, you're not wearing it.
Well,
What's it doing on your wrist? I mean, you're all jacked up without corona.
jacked up on nothing, my man. Back up off me.
I would have punched him by now.
So there's an episode where he goes to a furniture store, which I just think is fucking hilarious. Since I work at a
Douchebag, like you.
That's
All the chalk everywhere.
This is why several gyms don't allow chalk.
Chalk is so necessary, though.
I understand that. And
not
it's
for
about
shit
his,
like
But it's
this.
not even his. I don't care about his inability to actually do a pull-up.
It's hard shaking.
To be honest, I think he could actually do a pull-up.
Yeah, he's definitely just fucking around.
But he obviously pays them back. He obviously pays them back, right?
Yeah.
Because here's the problem. People watch this and think that they can just do this because they don't realize that he pays them back. It's setting that example. And this is what people don't realize, is that at the end of the day, you set an example for those who watch you.
Jim said these were on the house.
Regardless of whether you think that you're cool or not.
Jim said these were on the house. Like, dude, you're at the gym. There's not a guy named you.
Oh, it's been a long time.
So, Shatina and I occasionally go to this place called the
Orange Theory?
Spa. Shit.
The sooner the better, right?
Where is it? 27 in Medicine?
Yes.
That's a nice spot.
Nightcap or happy hour?
It's all the-
Looks like a waste of time if he hasn't made That's it, my man. How else you gonna get gains by sitting there going like this?
Gains!
That's actually a really good idea. I'm going to try that.
Where do you get clubs?
That's gotta be great for your forearms, right?
Yeah, and that's something I need to work on. But I'm thinking, like, I can buy, like,
Get these things.
I was just
They're
thinking,
gonna, like-
but it's also the hand-eye coordination.
Are there more?
Like tonic water.
Oh, tonic. I thought it was ginger ale. My bad.
Because I'm a guest, okay? I might join this gym.
No, but like, if I grab like 5 or 10, like 5-pound weights, kind of idea, like just something small that I can keep around the house and do that around the house. Because I don't want to do that at the gym because I feel like I can go crazy by trying to pop up the same dumbbells and learning it. But that's
It'll also work on your coordination, especially if like you bounce the ball back and
He
forth.
was taking 5-pound dumbbells and using them to juggle a ping pong ball.
Yeah,
like
he was
this
bouncing.
type of
He was
thing.
bouncing the ping pong
And
ball.
I feel like
on
it's
the
both
weight.
hand-eye coordination, but also you obviously you add 5 pounds to the end of your
I mean, it's a
arms
shake
and-
weight. You just get a shake weight. It'll do the same shit probably.
No, because I jack off plenty and these forearms aren't the way
The
that I want.
best thing for forearms is
I've done that thing where it's like you grab the weights and you put it against the bar and that.
take like a 5-pound medicine ball and sit up
The one
against
with the grip or no grip?
the medicine ball.
Okay.
Sit up against the wall like this, like say this is a wall, and roll up the ball up the wall like this.
Like with the wall in front of you?
Yeah.
Like I'm against my face is on the
Against the
wall.
wall, so you're coming up against the wall.
Roll the ball up and then roll it down with your fingers.
My dad just
One ball per
crumples
hand.
newspaper.
You can do it
My
one.
dad's
You
also
can do
older
it
than
one
Jim.
like this. You know, like you're holding on to something. You can do one at a time or two at a time. Try one at a time.
Oh, I like that
And,
idea.
and the other thing is with the bar, with the rope on it, with the weight on the end, and you turn it like this.
Yeah, that's
Roll
really
the rope
good.
up and then roll the rope back down.
Okay.
Those are the best for
I don't think we have that at Retro. Not very good. I'm at Retro.
They do. It's a
The one I go to first.
yeah. So there's a oh, you don't go to this one anymore, do you?
Nah.
Because they had it was like the almost just like a free weight bar that you put the weights on, and it had a rope in the middle, and then you attach the weight at the bottom of the rope.
No, we don't
So you
have
can
that.
roll up like
We don't have that in
you know if you're real strong, you can roll up 45 pounds and then roll down.
Or just hold a barbell behind your back.
Bingo, curl up, right?
Curl that way.
It's one of those things where it's
Go
like,
that way. Or when you're doing dumbbells, curls,
yeah.
do them this way.
I've been trying to do hammers because I'm trying to. I just recently I'm trying to really work on the outside bicep because I feel like the inside bicep when I flex I'm good here. I feel like like this doesn't get that outside pop the way.
You turn the dumbbell, right?
Yeah.
You turn the dumbbell.
Yeah. Like I've been doing the ones where it's like you start like neutral like this, and then you come up like that idea. But what I'm thinking is I'm actually gonna come here and basically grab like this and like. I don't know. Honestly, I'm open for suggestions. I just need that outside bicep.
What I remember, haven't worked out in a long time, but I remember when I finished biceps, I would sit on an incline, and then I would have this part of my arm perpendicular to the floor, and I would do dumbbell curls like this.
So like you're laying down on a flat bench essentially?
No, on an incline.
I do the incline where it's like I take dumbbells and I come up like this, which is how.
No, you're not on an incline. You're sitting like that.
No, I'm not. I'm sitting like this because my chair won't bend back. But I'm not inclined enough. I'm like
this part of your arm is stationary, does not move.
Yes, I'm basically like this.
Yeah, and you're doing curls.
And then I come straight up like this.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Do that?
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I'm trying to, like, I do that. I got my preacher curls, obviously. I do, like, the forward grip ones because, like, it just...
Top
yeah, exactly. It's the outside that I feel like I'm not seeing results in, so I gotta change something up and try to...
You trying to get a cut or bigger?
Bigger on the outside.
Bigger?
I feel like the cut will come because I'm already...
Shorten the... Try, like, the first couple sets or, first half of your workout. Try to do a workout where you're doing half the motion. Like an easy bar curl. Just do half the motion. Go from here to here. You're just getting the weight up.
But like that gets the outside guy, cause like
more easy bar, yeah.
Okay.
Because you're like this.
The one that's like curved, right?
Because you pull or the ropes. You take the rope and you pull the rope up like this.
Oh, I don't do that one actually.
Try that.
Okay.
You come with the
pull down tricep extension.
The opposite. The opposite way.
I see people do that. I just never have. Okay.
Because you're pulling it out.
Oh, I got you. So when you come up and out,
like
flex out when you get to the top. Okay. That's something I just wanted to, because like it's one of those where like when I flex, for example, I feel like I see the definition on the inside and it doesn't look like
Try to incorporate biceps in the outside of all of it, like for back. Try to do if you do pull-ups.
I don't do them as part of my regimen. I just kind of do.
We're doing pull-ups and you're grabbing
neutral grip.
Yeah.
That's my favorite grip when I do pull-ups. Okay.
Or when you're doing pull-downs, grab it this way.
That's what I should do. So when I do pull-downs, I do I don't go as wide as the lat does. I go about shoulder. I go slightly outside shoulder.
Thumbs are on this side, not on this side.
Make sure they're on this
You're
side.
actually grabbing
under, yeah.
Oh, like this.
I a lot of times would grab with my thumbs on this side, and that isolates the back, and you use less biceps.
So
you're trying to
it's
work.
also good for your forearms.
So where do I put my thumbs?
If you're just using
Just grab it like you're gonna grab anything else.
Like this on the on.
Just grab it. Just grab it with your thumb on this side of the bar, like this, instead of like this.
But you're talking about the bar where it's like you grab the handles and come down this way. Okay.
This way instead of this way.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I've been doing I do the ones where it's like I grab it like here kind of thing. What it is that I realize now I'm doing wide grip with the forward grip, but then I do and then I go inside like this. So instead of doing this works too. Okay.
Yeah, because you're still coming down like this.
Right, and I try to keep the elbows in type of thing as I
when
come
you're
down.
coming down, flex that muscle.
Okay.
Focus on flexing that muscle as you're working it out, and you're going to work it more.
Okay.
You don't need to go heavy. In a lot of things, you don't need to go heavy.
I know. I
You
know
just
that.
flex the muscle as you're going. Like I can do curls with 5 pounds, and I would get a burnt one. Now it doesn't matter, but I mean, I could do 0 weight. I could do air weights, just like the guys that are
Bruce Lee, where he's like that, where it's like against nothing. You do this, but you flex the
Right.
entire way.
entire
so
time
it
you're
works.
getting that workout.
It's resistance
You're
training.
focusing.
You create the resistance yourself.
It's what Bowflex was built off of.
I can't believe you're going.
Okay.
So the outside, you want to make your arms wider.
Yeah, especially the bicep part, because I feel like when I
It
flex
comes
here,
with
I
your-
get the bulge on the inside. I don't get that bulge on the
Comes
outside.
with your shoulder too.
That's what she said.
I have a tattoo.
Yeah, like all right. So like for shoulder, for example, then because I do like, for example, I do my military press. I do like the upward guys like this, so that way you can make sure that you get like the traps in this part. I also go to the shoulder machine, but I do the one where I do it backwards, so that way I can get like this full extension, so I'm trying to get the back part of the shoulders right here. And then I do your side lifts, your forward lifts, and then your rotator cuff guys. So
if you're trying to get mass, you're doing your
what does that mean?
That's the Ed Bassmaster noise.
Oh, okay.
if you're trying to get massed, you're doing all the big muscle movements.
That's what I learned, honestly. That's all I know.
You should start with cleans. Start with cleans, then you should do military presses after that.
Oh, I hate those too.
I mean, those are the things you need.
I know, that's probably why I hate them.
I hate all the exercises.
Well, why
That's
you
why
hate
my
those?
body is in such a fine form.
It's not
Because I'm
easy.
not as good at them as I am with other things.
It's not easy to do. They're not easy to do.
I volunteer for a note taker.
What's the one like this?
The one where you clean
Lat
press?
pull-downs.
The clean and press where you come up and then you come up? Or the...
No, when it's one motion.
Oh.
You catch it here.
I don't know what the name is, but I know what you're talking
Is
about.
that a clean?
No, a clean is getting up
clean and
here.
jerk.
Clean and
That's
jerk.
a clean and
Yes.
jerk, not the clean and press.
Got it,
Yes.
okay.
I mean that's the ultimate fucking.
Weightlifting maneuver.
I guess that's the thing, is like I focus so much on isometrics where I'm like focusing strictly like one day is chest, one day is back, one day is shoulders, one day is thighs, one day is triceps, one day is legs.
Isometrics are tensing your muscles without any weight.
Do more Olympic
But
lifts.
also
Like if you're standing there right now and you tense up your abs, that's isometrics.
Yeah.
Try starting to do more Olympic lifts.
Okay. I gotta look that
Try.
up so I don't hurt myself.
You will.
Hurt myself? Damn, that sucks. I
That's
hurt
the
myself
only way-
already before I started doing
It's
that.
the only way you're gonna learn.
I know, but the problem is hurting myself means that I can't get back to the gym. Straight up, that doesn't mean change the topic. You tonic water by itself?
I just did because I had nothing else to drink. And I
Tonic
didn't-
water is
I
good
didn't
for you. It has quinine.
But it tastes like shit.
taste terrible. I didn't want to open Pepsi or Coke. That's all I left.
Fair enough, then you didn't want to drink more alcohol. So, good point. I don't know if you realize Bourne left his glass over here.
You know, tonic water was creamy.
What an asshole!
Man, because I just realized it.
Born.
Born. Jerk off.
But out of curiosity, when you give the middle finger, do you put the thumb out or a thumb
No,
out?
you're the only person I know
Am I
that
the
puts
only
a
one
thumb
that
up.
does that?
No, you and Eminem.
There we go. Oh, you did too?
No, you
Because
and
he was saying
Eminem.
how it felt.
Oh. It just feels more natural, doesn't it?
No.
No, because I'm gonna fucking punch you in the head. But the step before, the finger's still out there.
No, this feels too wankster.
This is Kid Rock right here.
Okay.
This
So I
ball
guess-
with the ball.
So I guess me, Eminem, and Kid Rock are rocking the same thing from 1991. I don't know. It feels like the thumb. The thumb is like an exclamation point on the middle finger, where it's like, yeah, I can give you this, or it could be like, fuck. And it just has that wow sound. Oh, can we also talk about the fact that all of a sudden that's okay to talk about? We can't watch Ken Jeong wear black mask and blackface being a night elf.
Could you imagine if someone came out with a song called like "Big Hard Cock" or some shit? That would not be. That would not. That's not getting played on
It's
Z100.
called Bad, Big Ass Dick.
Yeah. Yeah. That shit is not getting radio play.
Yo, and I also want to point this out. Like, I'm not trying to downplay. I think that it's a great thing. I understand why they're doing it because it obviously is like.
Cardi B used to be a stripper who would drug people and rob them. So
I guess I should make my point before I start to defend it. I feel like I'm defending it before I actually make my point. The fact that I'm not very proud of the fact that role models that our young children have are those rappers that are, or hip hop artists, or just any artist, whether it's paint, whether it's visual art, audio art, whatever it is, that are using a very poor influence as their muse because it gives a bad message to the younger kids. Like,
Would
but at the same
you
time-
not argue that your parents could have had the same point of view that you have right now for Coolio or DMX or
my parents did have that viewpoint.
Right.
They did not like me listening to Eminem.
right? So
I
what's,
made the
what do
mistake
you,
of printing out Eminem lyrics so I
what
could
would
learn
your
the songs
what would
better.
what would the difference be for you to that?
Eminem talks about killing people, not selling his
Yeah, but
body.
did that really make you want to kill people?
No.
Maybe a little bit.
It's one of those things that I realize that it's a.
It made me want to write about killing people
It's
because it's better than actually killing them.
Okay. I wanted you to finish that thought before. I was like, maybe we want to kill people, but I'm like, okay, I gotta figure that out. How that ends. It's more like I've had that thought where I'm like, man, I would hate it. Like, for example, if I were to hypothetically have a child, specifically a daughter, that is listening to like Cardi B, I'd probably do an intro. If only one, then I did a good job of not remembering.
Probably got a little workman up in Buffalo, man.
Oh, she's welcome.
She's just very right wing.
She's very. Oh, fuck.
This fucking guy said
I say the same thing if you were very left wing. If you were very anything, I failed as
this
a
fucking guy
absent
sent
father.
me a meme the other day. It goes,
I knew who it was.
no, what was the fucking...
It was something about gas
like,
prices.
oh, gas prices aren't that high. And then it said, like, gas prices, and it was Hunter Biden smoking a crack pipe.
I did not send the
like
chat because I didn't want to give Bourne that ammunition because I know Bourne won't be able to have that. If you're listening, I'm going to tell you right to your face, that conversation is not one that I want to have with you because I don't think that it would actually be productive. Period.
Accidentally send a naked selfie.
I also feel like at this
The
point I
meme was
deterred
funny,
everybody
though.
from the after hours thing because I'm not supposed to.
The meme was funny. Gas prices aren't that high.
Wait a second. She sent back a naked picture of herself.
Well, boys,
Yes. Let's get out before I have to answer the rest of that question.
I'm gonna have to cut this off. It's 11:30.
11:30. Good night, everybody.
It's a work
Be
night.
safe, be smart.
Continue to rock on.
There we go.
Hang on, give me a second. I gotta fucking figure out how to do this. There we go. End stream. I don't know how computers work, so there we go.
Going upside down is a